Alright, what's up YouTube? We back with another video. I'm coming at y'all with my 2020-2021 NBA fantasy NBA team. That was stupid. But nah, this is my fantasy team that I drafted a couple of nights ago. I'm just gonna be going over it, why I drafted people. Before we get into it, if you like the video, make sure to like it, you know what I'm saying? If you enjoy this type of content, make sure you subscribe, because I'll be doing this type of stuff. You know, I still gotta, I got my championship for my my fantasy football coming up, so maybe I'll win a championship with that and just, recap that. I'm still gonna recap it regardless if I win or not, but I am in the championship for that league that I made a video of like earlier in the year. But let's go ahead and hop into the team and just explaining, my picks and why I picked them. And yeah, let's get it. So I was blessed with the first pick. I think I only got the first pick because of like I was the one that created the league, so I think the person that creates the league always gets the first pick, because I'm not gonna lie, I got the first pick in my fantasy football because I believe I set up that league. I'm not entirely sure if I did. I think I did. I'm not sure. I forgot. But I got the first pick in this fantasy league. I also got it in my fantasy basketball league last year too. So either I'm getting really lucky or they do it based off of who makes the league. But nonetheless, no brainer, first pick. It's gotta be Giannis, you know what I'm saying? It's gotta be Giannis. I expect him to have another great year. I don't think he's gonna win MVP. I'm gonna talk about that in another video that I'll probably record, I don't know, probably tomorrow or whenever. But I don't think he's gonna win MVP because voter fatigue is definitely a thing. But I expect him to have just as good of a year as he had last year, if not better. He has better pieces around him. He has Drew Holiday now, so he may not necessarily score as much, but I do expect him to have as many rebounds. He might get more assists and around the same amount of blocks and steals. And I love like well-rounded players that can pretty much give me everything, and that's what Giannis can do. So that's why I went with the first pick. Now for my second pick, I drafted, I think it was Andre Drummond. So now the thing with Andre Drummond is I love, bigs that's gonna give me points and rebounds. He's not necessarily gonna, he's a good defender. He's not like, defensive player of the year type defender, which I don't really, never mind. But he's gonna give me my points and rebounds and, be solid with that and be consistent, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna consistently give me like 15 and 15 every night and at least a steal and a block every night. And so I just wanted to make sure I got a solid center. Then after that, I picked up Brandon Ingram. I honestly expect him to have, call me crazy, but I expect him to have an MVP caliber season this year. I'm not saying that's gonna happen, but that's my expectation. I think the Pelicans make that jump this year. That'll also be in another video I will be mentioning about my playoff predictions, and I'll do one video for each conference just explaining that. But I picked up Brandon Ingram. I do think he'll be averaging closer to 30 points this year because they'll have a healthy Zion. He's probably gonna get more assists because of that. He's gonna definitely just do his thing like he always does, so yeah. And then next I drafted Chris Paul. As y'all know, he's on the Suns now, so he's gonna, Chris Paul is Chris Paul, point guy, you know what I'm saying? He's gonna get his points, he's gonna get his assists, he's gonna get his rebounds. You know what I'm saying? And I think especially now, because in my opinion, he's on a better Suns team now than he was on the Thunder last year. I think he might take a little bit of hit in points, but he's gonna get more assists because he has Devin Booker and DeAndre Ayton to throw the ball to now. So I definitely expect him to be giving me a lot of assists. And after that, I had to pick somebody from Chicago. You know what I'm saying? I picked up Zach LaVine. Zach LaVine, I think he's gonna take that another leap this year. I think he's gonna become a better perimeter defender. At least I hope he becomes a better perimeter defender. And he's gonna give me my points. And he's gonna give me about 3 to 4 rebounds and assists every night, and that's pretty solid to me. He's consistent, he doesn't really get injured, you know what I'm saying? Knock on wood. But yeah, I had to pick somebody from Chicago, and he was on the board when I drafted him. So now that's for my starters. Don't start barking. My dog's right there, sorry. But the next person I drafted was Montrez Harold. I don't expect him to have the same type of role that he had on the Clippers, but I drafted him because I know LeBron and Anthony Davis are going to be like especially more than this year than ever, they're gonna be load managing. So I think, you know, Montrez Harold's gonna come in off the bench. He also is gonna fit very well next to Marc Gasol, you know, because he's a good passer, and Marc Gasol can shoot three. But like I said, LeBron and Anthony Davis will be load managing this year, so I think Montrez Harold will be starting some games, but he will still get consistent minutes off the bench. He's very consistent, you know, 6th man of the year, potentially, and, you know, yeah, you can't go wrong with that. Now, the next pick, I feel like I kind of reached a little bit, but, you know, I always have to have a reach pick. I drafted LaMelo Ball. Again, I'm gonna have, you know, I'm gonna predict, you know, rookie of the year and stuff in another video, so I'm not gonna, you know, spoil that. But I do expect LaMelo Ball to have a good year this year. The only thing with him is he cannot play defense. His defense is terrible. And he's also not efficient. I usually try to get highly efficient guys, but I just really wanted to get him just to see, you know, what year he'll have. Maybe it'll pay off, maybe it won't, you know, who knows. But that was definitely just my gamble pick. But nonetheless, I do think LaMelo Ball will have a good year this year. The next pick I got was Evan Fournier. You know, he's gonna give me buckets. That's really what I want. I just want buckets out of him. He's not really necessarily a facilitator. He's not gonna give me rebounds, but he's gonna give me threes and buckets. So that's really what I need out of him. Then I drafted Miles Turner. I know, you know, they have Demarcus Cousins, but I do feel like Miles Turner still hasn't reached his full potential yet. He's a great defender. He's gonna give me blocks. He's gonna give me threes out of a big. And, you know, he's gonna give me rebounds and points. So whether he's starting to come off the bench, I do think he'll have a solid season this year as long as he stays healthy. Then after that, I drafted Demarcus Cousins. I think Demarcus Cousins, he's not gonna have a resurgence necessarily to the point of where he was like a top center in the league. But I do think, you know, for as late as it was, I do think it was a steal. I think I drafted him like the 9th or the 10th round or something. So I was like, it's a no-brainer. I gotta get Demarcus Cousins. So again, as long as he stays healthy, he should be getting me, you know, around 17 points a game, you know, maybe like 8 rebounds, like 4 assists, something like that. You know, and this is all depending on if James Harden stays or not, if they end up trading him. But I do think DeMarcus Cousins has a much better year than he did on the Warriors, and obviously a much better year than last year since he was hurt, just as long as he stays healthy this year. And then for my last couple picks, I needed wings and shooting guards. So I went with Bogdanovic. He's on the Atlanta Hawks now. I expect him to be the starting shooting guard, I'm not gonna lie, or a small forward, whichever one they decide. He's gonna give me buckets, you know what I mean? Same thing with Evan Fournier, he's gonna give me buckets, gonna give me threes, you know, a couple assists here and there, but, you know, especially points and threes, that's what I want out of him. Then I drafted Danny Avdija. I wanted to get Patrick Williams, but I also thought, you know, Danny's just probably gonna give me a little bit more well-rounded game as far as like points, assists, and rebounds. But the only downside of that is they do have Bradley Beal and Russell Westbrook. And that's a lot of points going towards them, a lot of, you know, usage for them. But I do think Danny, you know, he's gonna assert himself into the Wizards lineup. I think they said he's gonna be starting opening night. I'm not entirely sure on that, don't quote me on that. But I do think, you know, he's gonna have a pretty decent year, at least a well-rounded year. That's what I'm looking for out of him, have well-rounded. You know, I need points, rebounds, and assists out of him. And, you know, I'm hoping, you know, he can provide that for me, at least, you know, 5 rebounds to 5 assists a game, depending, and around like 12 to 13 points. Who knows, maybe he does better, maybe he does worse. But I mean, at that point in the draft, I was just kind of like, you know, just gamble again. So, you know, the 2 rookies I drafted, I felt like were gambles, but hopefully they pay off. And then my last pick was Miles Bridges. I have no idea how he was still on the board on the very last like round, but he was there. As y'all know, Gordon Hayward is pretty injury prone, so I do think Miles Bridges will have at least a, you know, a solid, you know, rotate. He'll be a solid piece in the rotation regardless of if Gordon Hayward's there or not. You know, he can play a little bit of 3, a little bit of the 4, small ball 4. But I also think, you know, he might take a jump this year. I really think he might. And I mean, considering that's my last pick, you know, I had nothing to lose right there, and there really wasn't, in my opinion, any other options to get. So I went ahead and got him. And I can always make trades and stuff like that. So if I'm not satisfied with my last couple picks, which only time will tell, you know, I will definitely make some moves, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that's my team. I don't know where I put it. I either put it on over there or over there. I forget where I put it, but not I forget, but I have no idea what side I'm gonna put it on to show y'all my team. But nonetheless, hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. Let me know down in the comments, you know, was this a fire draft? Was it not? What would y'all have done differently? You know, just critique my team, flame me. Hey, I don't know what y'all want to do, but y'all don't really be listening to me anyway when I say comment some stuff, but you know, that's besides the point. I ain't gonna get into that, but hopefully y'all enjoyed it. And that's gonna be it for the video. Yeah, I guess I'll catch y'all in the next video. I'm talking too much, you know what I'm saying? That's the end of the video. I'll talk to y'all later. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Man, we out. Peace.